Real Madrid is in trouble. Four stars are out for their massive Champions League clash against Manchester City, and morale is dangerously low. Can they pull off a miracle against the odds? Plus, Gianluigi Donnarumma issues a stark warning about playing for Real Madrid, and Manchester United's surprising transfer targets have left Real Madrid baffled. We're diving deep into Real Madrid's lineup for that huge test against Man City, and the injury list is absolutely brutal. Who will even be on the pitch? Don't miss a second of this explosive update. Hit subscribe and ring that bell.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Real Madrid, facing the unthinkable. It's crunch time for Real Madrid, staring down a Champions League knockout phase with a depleted squad and low morale. Can they possibly awaken against all odds? This isn't the first time Real Madrid has found themselves in this precarious position. Through to the Champions League knockouts, facing Europe's elite, and desperately needing to improve. The narrative is all too familiar. If Real Madrid plays like this against a better team than Benfica, Getafe, or Celta Vigo, they're going to get obliterated. The lack of defensive structure and efficiency means even a transcendent Thibaut Courtois can only hold off the inevitable for so long. This team, as it stands, is simply not ready for the world's elite. While they seem to possess hidden gears, these only appear in desperate moments, and even then they lack true effectiveness. Against Benfica, it was a sleepy performance followed by a late surge. Against Getafe, intensity picked up in the second half, but imagination was absent against a compact defense. At this level, margins are razor-thin, demanding constant compactness, alertness, and purpose in attack. Real Madrid scraped through to this stage, but their true capabilities will be tested immediately. Coach Alvaro Arbeloa's luck may be running thin with key players like Kylian Mbappé, Jude Bellingham, Eder Militao, and Alvaro Carreras sidelined. Rodrigo's ACL injury is a particularly devastating blow before a crucial tie. Feed Valverde acknowledged the team's recent win was ugly but vital for morale. "We needed it," he stated. "We must continue to improve. We're winning matches but not playing our best." Despite Valverde's strong performances, many other key players have failed to step up. However, there are glimmers of hope. Vinicius Jr. has shown improvement, and Arbeloa has found effective ways to utilize Valverde and Aurelien Tchouameni. The chemistry between Eduardo Camavinga and Alvaro Carreras was developing before the latter's injury. Ferland Mendy's return, while uncertain in duration, is a boost. Trent Alexander-Arnold's return is desperately needed, especially to counter City's press and high line, though his defensive frailties will be scrutinized. Success hinges on players like Gonzalo Garcia stepping up in Mbappé's absence. Garcia provides defensive effort and draws attention, but struggles with efficiency and quick transitions. The center-back situation remains a major concern, with a lack of reliable depth and only Militao arguably at his peak, and he's injured. Vinicius Jr. thrives in these high-stakes moments, but relying solely on him to break down defenses is risky, as evidenced by his 25 turnovers against Getafe. His usual attacking partners are injured, leaving him with fewer options for combination play. The emergence of young talents like Cesar Palacios and Thiago Pitarch is promising, but raises questions about their readiness for Champions League knockouts. Despite the daunting challenges and a lack of elite teams form, Real Madrid has a history of overcoming the odds. However, facing a team like Manchester City, who possess immense talent and know-how, makes this a monumental task. City also has vulnerabilities, particularly in the space between their defensive line and goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma, which could be exploited by players like Arda Güler. Arbeloa faces critical tactical decisions. His high-line, attacking approach could be exploited by City's press, while a deep defensive block might lack the necessary fighting spirit without key offensive threats. The team's midfield lacks the experience and leadership of years past, a stark contrast to the composure Toni Kroos once provided. Ultimately, Real Madrid's success will depend on individual brilliance stepping up, a stark departure from the cohesive unit that triumphed 2 years ago. The team is currently outmatched, and any win, no matter how ugly, will be celebrated. Don't go anywhere, the drama is just heating up. Next, we reveal the surprising transfer saga that has Real Madrid utterly perplexed. Donnarumma's warning, the Real Madrid gauntlet. Gianluigi Donnarumma issues a stark warning. Playing for Real Madrid is not for the faint of heart. Can Madrid still be dangerous despite their inconsistencies? Ahead of a massive Champions League clash at the Santiago Bernabeu, goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma addressed the media, emphasizing the unique challenge of facing Real Madrid. He dismissed any notion that the Spanish giants might lack motivation, stating, "To play for Real Madrid is not for everyone. They deserve to be here, to wear this shirt." Donnarumma acknowledged Real Madrid's season has had ups and downs, but stressed that the Champions League is a different beast. He anticipates facing a young team, but with great players, who are driven to reach the final. He highlighted the difficulty of playing at the Bernabeu, advising his team to control our feelings and prepare for a young Real Madrid that will be hungry to get a result for the second leg. The Italian keeper also weighed in on the absence of Kylian Mbappé. Having played with the superstar, Donnarumma praised his amazing talent, admitting, "As a goalkeeper, not facing these kind of players can be an advantage. I have less work to do, I would say." However, he quickly cautioned that Mbappé's replacements are champions and will demand the same level of attention. Expressing personal sentiment, he added, "Kylian, I am a great friend of his, and I hope he can be ready for the second leg because he deserves it." Stay tuned, because the transfer window drama is about to get even more intense. Next up, Manchester United's bold move has left Real Madrid completely bewildered. Manchester United's shock move leaves Real Madrid perplexed. Newcastle United ends Michael Carrick's unbeaten streak, but is he the answer for Manchester United's permanent manager role? And what does this mean for Real Madrid's transfer plans? Newcastle United has halted Michael Carrick's impressive unbeaten run as interim head coach for Manchester United. The 2-1 defeat against a 10-man Newcastle has ignited discussions about Carrick's suitability for the permanent manager position. Despite the loss, Carrick has guided United to third place in the Premier League table, making a strong case for Champions League qualification. According to reports from Spain, relayed by Football 365, Manchester United, under the guidance of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, is reportedly very pleased with Carrick's performance and is prepared to reward him with significant transfer funds. This potential move has reportedly left Real Madrid perplexed. Manchester United is said to be targeting Borussia Dortmund defender Nico Schlotterbeck. Known for his composure and positional awareness, Schlotterbeck has expressed a desire for a new challenge. While he has attracted interest from several top clubs including Real Madrid, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich, he has reportedly ruled out a move to Bayern, preferring the Premier League or La Liga. Real Madrid apparently believes United is obsessed and willing to make a big investment to secure the approximately £60 million rated Dortmund star. Meanwhile, in a separate development, Dortmund is emerging as the frontrunner to re-sign Jadon Sancho, who is set to leave Manchester United at the end of his loan spell with Aston Villa. Sancho reportedly favors a return to Dortmund for a third stint. This transfer battle is far from over. You won't want to miss what happens next. Coming up, we break down Real Madrid's starting Zai against Manchester City, and the injury list is truly shocking. Real Madrid's injury crisis ahead of Man City showdown. With superstars sidelined, Real Madrid faces a daunting task against Manchester City. Can a depleted squad possibly compete? Carlo Ancelotti once remarked that clashes with Manchester City were beginning to feel like Clásicos due to their frequency. However, the upcoming Champions League tie may be a watered-down version, largely due to Real Madrid's severe injury woes. A club known for its galaxy of stars now finds itself remarkably short, with numerous key players on the treatment table. Alvaro Arbeloa offered a glimmer of hope regarding Kylian Mbappé, the competition's leading scorer, who is sidelined with a knee issue and will miss the first leg but is expected back very soon. However, the outlook is grim for others. Rodrigo's season may already be over after a devastating knee injury requiring surgery. Left-back Alvaro Carreras has suffered a calf injury, ruling him out of the first leg. Jude Bellingham faces a return after the international break due to a hamstring injury, while Eder Militao and David Alaba are also unavailable. Dani Ceballos and Dean Huijsen are doubts, with potential returns for the second leg. The predicted lineup showcases the extent of the crisis. In goal, Thibaut Courtois will need to be at his absolute best. The defense sees Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, Raul Asensio and Antonio Rudiger at center back, and Ferland Mendy at left back, all filling in due to necessity or other players' unavailability. The midfield is anchored by Federico Valverde and Aurelien Tchouaméni, with Arda Güler potentially playing a role out of possession. Eduardo Camavinga could feature on the left flank. Up front, young Gonzalo Garcia is expected to lead the line alongside the sole available attacking superstar, Vinicius Jr., whose ability to contain will be crucial for City's chances. This injury crisis presents a monumental challenge for Real Madrid. Their depth has been tested like never before, and the absence of key playmakers and defenders raises serious questions about their ability to compete against a formidable Manchester City side. Stick around, we're not done yet with the Champions League drama. And finally, we'll wrap up with a lightning-fast recap of all today's top stories. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. Real Madrid is facing a massive challenge against Manchester City with a brutal injury list. Donnarumma warns that playing for Madrid isn't for everyone, and Manchester United's transfer targets have left Real Madrid scratching their heads. Don't miss out on any future updates. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for even more exclusive content.